Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to do today's video. I feel like I'm going back to OG YouTube by talking about my monthly favorites. I feel like my life has changed so much since I first started this channel, and I want to spend more of the summer kind of documenting things that I love, and so what better way to do it than do a monthly favorites. Okay, because this is my first monthly favorites, some of these things I've tried for more than a month, but I'll just loop them all in here so that until I do my next favorites, I don't have to incorporate these. I have a bunch of things to talk about, and I feel like this video will already be very long, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with fashion favorites. I know that I'm not a super forward thinker when it comes to fashion, but when I saw these shoes and I tried them on, I was like, I think I'm different. I think I'm special. I'm talking about these Keen sandals. I love them. I know that they're not for everybody. I think that they're kind of a unique style, which I really appreciate because I feel like in New York, people are all wearing the same thing and I don't want to blend in too much. I love these. I think they're so comfortable, breathable. They really mold to the shape of your foot because you can tighten and loosen them as you want. And then the bottom soles are extremely comfortable. These are technically hiking sandals, so yeah, you could walk literally forever in them. I've biked in them, I've walked all around the city in them, and I love them. They're so comfortable. In terms of how I would style them, I'm not gonna lie, I keep it simple. Like right now I'm wearing white jeans and a gray t-shirt and I would throw these on. I don't think they work with most of my dresses and skirts. They're absolutely a great summer shoe because they don't make your feet sweat, and that's been like a big concern of mine when it comes to sandals, especially when it comes to different materials. I really wanted a pair of leather sandals, but those make me sweat. So I love these Keen sandals. Speaking of sweating, I do like to layer a lot because I am so sensitive to temperature. Like I hate being cold and I hate being hot, and you will know right away because my facial expression gives it away. But when I'm cold, I'm really unhappy, and when I'm hot, I'm really unhappy. So I wear a lot of layers. So this next piece is a button-up shirt. This one is by 32 Degrees, which I worked with them on my Instagram and they sent me a bunch of stuff, including this shirt, and I love it. I like it because it is very, very thin and cooling, but if I am cold, like I'm in an air-conditioned building, I can throw this on and I feel a lot better. So the brand 32 Degrees, I think, really highlights having things that are lightweight, and this shirt is definitely one of those things. You can like throw it in your bag and you're good for the day. Like I know I won't get cold or hot wearing this. It is cooling without making me feel cold, which I really like. So as opposed to carrying a cardigan, which I actually used to do, I would carry a cardigan in the middle of July, but now I can just carry this shirt around. I'll roll it right up and throw it in most of my purses. That's the reason why I carry big bags in general, so I like this shirt. I'm really highlighting a lot of my accessories now. I think that, I don't know why, but in my early 20s, I was never an accessory girl. I think it was a mixture of not wanting to invest in those pieces and then also not recognizing that they really make an outfit. I was too focused on just the clothing pieces to even have the brain space for accessories. But now I'm feeling that accessories are a make or break for me. One of my favorite accessories these days have been my glasses. These glasses that I got from Fitu, I think are so, so cute. These are blue light glasses, but I'll wear them on a normal day. The thing is, I have perfect vision, so I don't need glasses, but I do think that glasses can really change the way you look in terms of framing your face. And so I've always felt that most glasses look terrible on me. And so they actually sent me a bunch of these glasses, different styles that I got to pick out, and I hated all of them except this one. I think this one looks really good on my face. I don't know, it gives me kind of a librarian feel, which I kind of dig. So I'm actually quite proud of picking these out. I think they're cute. My partner says that he likes me better without glasses, and yeah, obviously on most days I'm not wearing glasses, but on the days that I am wearing this pair, I feel like I could take on the world. I don't know, it gives me that confidence. Another accessory that I've been trying to get into is bracelets and things on my wrist. I've always had a very small and narrow wrist, so I've struggled to find things that actually fit me. Anytime I get like watches, I have to like take off the band parts so that it fits my wrist, and it can get really tedious to always get things fixed up. But I found this at a vintage shop and I really liked it. I don't know if you can see. I will try to make sure that you can. It is kind of like a seashell, I think, and I'm not super into like the seashell coastal print stuff, but I thought this was like a good way to dive into that kind of style without spending too much money. I got it at a vintage shop and I think it's really great. It does fit my wrist. I asked the shopkeeper, I was like, do you have more of these? Because I get it in silver, I get it for all my friends. And she was like, no, that's the last one. And yeah, maybe I'll go back and see if they have different ones, but this one's so cute. I love it. This is why I like going vintage shopping. I think that the pieces that you get there are a little bit more unique. So I really like this one. I think it's cute. I'm trying to get more into the wrist game. I was always a ring wearer, and then I had to add on necklaces, and then I had to add on earrings, which I don't even always do now. But now I'm gonna go into stacking my wrist. Okay, my last clothing and accessories recommendation is this bag. I got it from a brand Cody Book, which sent it to me. I know a lot of these things are sent to me, but you'll see that a lot of the other things aren't. But this one is really cute. I like it for several reasons. One, I could wear it on my shoulder, and then I can also wear it crossbody, which I feel like a bag of this size, it's so perfect to do. And two, it can be shapeless, which I like, because sometimes I don't fill my bag all the way up and then I feel like the shape is weird, but this bag, you don't have to fill it all the way up for it to maintain the shape. So I like that it is really cute on. And like I said earlier, I like to throw on a shirt or a cardigan in here. So this bag is perfect for fitting all of my stuff. I'll put my cardigan, I'll put like a huge makeup pouch, I'll put my camera, and then it's like all full. But I love this one. It's from Cody Book. I'll link it down below for you as well. Okay, let's move on into makeup and skincare. The skincare product that I'm recommending this month is the Wildflower Vitamin C. Yes, they partnered with me, but I gotta say that I feel like it does make a difference. Like, I apply this before putting on my SPF, and I feel like my SPF is working better with it. And I saw so many vitamin C's that were really, really expensive, and I think for this price point, this is really, really good. I'm not saying you need to have vitamin C, but I'm saying if you are already looking for one, this is a good option. Next, lip products. I don't know if you saw my video where I went through a bunch of lip balms and I was trying them out and testing it. This month, I was trying this Malin & Goetz one, and I do like it a lot. I think it does a really great job at hydrating without feeling sticky, and if you apply it at night, you will wake up with fresh lips. The only thing I don't like about it is the applicator. It feels too plasticky, if you know what I mean. So that's the only thing, but I do really like it, and I would actually purchase this one again. For my makeup favorites this month, I finally got around to trying the Say Dewy Blush, because I already have a blush that I love and would die for, so I was like, why do I need new blushes? So I went ahead and I got a mini of this one. This is in the color Chili, and I do like it. A little goes a long way, so I'm so glad that I got a mini. And I would put like a quarter of a drop and it would blush my entire face. So now I know to try it on my hand first and then put it on my face and not just directly apply it on my face. But I do like this so much. The formulation was really good. So much so that I actually got one in a different color as well. But I know for a fact that this blush is going to last me forever. Next, this is not like an actual makeup product, but it is a makeup tool. This is a Benefit angled brush. I think it's for your eyebrows. However, I use it for my eyeliner because sometimes I just feel like the cream eyeliner pencils are just not sharp enough no matter how much you sharpen it. So I use this one and I wing my eyeliner and it's perfect every time. This is like such a good product. I would buy a million of these. And I've washed it 100 times and the bristles are still intact. So 10 out of 10. Love this. And then this is not a makeup or a skincare. It is a hair care product. Another preface here, I have very low maintenance hair, so most shampoos and conditioners do a good job. I actually used this one this past month and I really like it. This is by Briogeo. First of all, why does it look like smoothie juices? It looks like it's in those naked juice bottles, but also it smells really good. The shampoo is matcha and apple, and then the conditioner is kale and apple, and I think it's really cute to look at because it's green and green is my favorite color, but also it just feels really great. The thing about shampoo for me is that I need it to lather. Like, I want to put a little bit on and then have it suds up, and that's what I feel like the shampoo does really well. So I like this set. I think it's really great. If you have picky hair, I'm not sure if this is for you, but if you're just looking for something that smells good and lathers really well, I would recommend this one. Okay, now we're getting into like a miscellaneous category. The app recommendation I have for this month is TYB. You might have heard of this already if you're a big like skincare makeup girly, but I only started using it earlier this year. I'm actually trying a new thing where I try a new app every week to get better at like app product knowledge. And so when I tried TYB, I was like, whatever, I'll just use it for a week. But I ended up keeping it, and I've had it for like 6 months now, and I've joined a lot of the different brands. And then this past weekend, I got to go to a brand event hosted by TYB and Glossier, and it was really fun. And so I didn't know that you could, connect with a brand like that. So I was really excited for that. And I do think that it's like a good way to spend some of your like downtime. Like sometimes when I'm like on the train and I have nothing to do, I'll go on the TYB app and answer some questions and get coins out of that. That's actually how I got the Say blush, is that I used my coins from TYB to get a free blush. You basically earn coins as you answer questions about the brands, and the brands actually use your answers and responses. So you want to write something good, and then when you get those coins, you can use it to get a percentage discount, or you can get a like dollar off for when you've purchased from the brands. And they have so many brands on there, a lot of skincare and makeup, but there's also a lot of like clothing, homeware, stuff as well. So I definitely recommend checking it out. I will leave the link down below. And then the last thing that I'm kind of recommending this month are snacks. So it is summertime, and I feel like when it comes to summertime snacks, they just hit different. So in the summer, I like fruits. Like I feel like nothing feels as refreshing as a juicy fruit, and I have been loving frozen mangoes. And ideally, I would like fresh mangoes, but I do not have the patience to peel and cut a mango. I think they are quite difficult to do. I mean, in terms of fruit, like if you have an apple, you can just eat it straight up. A mango, you have to like peel it, and then you have like the core, which is massive. So I've been eating a lot of frozen mangoes, and it's been really, really great. Sometimes I'll blend it with like a yogurt and have like a thick smoothie bowl with frozen mangoes, and it's so good. But even just regularly, I like them frozen. Like if it's a hot day, I'll come home and I'll pop a couple of frozen mangoes in my mouth, and it feels so cooling, refreshing. It just hits the spot. So if you're looking for a different, like even sweeter alternative for a fruity, cooling snack, I like Melona, which is like a Korean melon bar. They're so good. I have to say they are very, very sweet, but it does taste like real melons, I think, in terms of artificial flavoring, and it is extremely refreshing on a hot summer day. In New York, earlier this week, it was like 102, and a Melona hit the spot so well. So great snacks. I love that I'm calling this snacks, but these are just like a sweet treat for yourself. Speaking of sweet treats, I think sweet treat culture has gotten out of hand, because the other day I saw a TikTok where she was like, I'm gonna make a sweet treat, and it was just nuts and granola. And I'm like, girl, that's not a sweet treat. I'm sorry, that's not a sweet treat. It might be a little bit sweet, but that's not what the word sweet treat means. Anyways, I'm getting out of hand. That is all of my June favorites. I had so much fun filming this and gathering things that I've loved. I think so often when I try things and I don't like it, I immediately am like, But when I love things, I don't really think about them as much, but I like gathering all of my things that I've loved. I'm hoping that in the summertime, I spend more time using the things that I already love instead of trying brand new things. With TikTok and stuff like that, I feel like so many new things are popping up literally every day, and I'm like, oh, I have to try this and try that, but I'm forgetting the things that I already love. So I want to do this monthly. I'm not sure if that's realistic, but this was so much fun. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!